This way, then?
There's nothing up here. That's something we can interact with. Right. Well, it doesn't look like Khalid. Okay. Okay, it's a genie. Well, the first one was... I'm not even sure if the first one was helpful or hostile. He summoned an ogre mage, but he also told us to speak to Rayleigh. Right, what's this one? I am bound. What do you... Oh, I see. The master is gone and you've managed to get yourself in trouble. Who are you? Okay, so that's meant to be a flask. Oh, I guess it could be a genie bottle. Right, okay. I'm not sure I understand what's going on. Do you just come out of this? Oh, he's a genie. Okay. Who are you and what you done? The slave of a more accurate word, I was captured in my home on this plane of air by some wizard. He bound me to this flask so that I might guard these things. Something of yours. So that's interesting. Gene is hoping he has maybe his magical scimitar. Maybe the armor. I forgot the name now, but he was wearing a very nice suit of armor when he was captured. So he's curious. He wants to find the things he's lost. A thing of power that still carries a hint of your essence. There's something odd about the signature that you leave on this item. No matter. Can you give it to me? If I had the power to give you your weapon... It was a weapon. Okay, so hopefully it's a scimitar. I would, but the force that binds me is strong. As long as I'm trapped within this flask, I am within the mage's power. If you can secure the means for my release, I will give you your weapon. That does sound like a fair trade. How do I secure the means for release? This flask that I am bound in is a creation of magic. It is unbreakable as long as it remains apart from its twin, the real flask. You must find the original flask and bring it to me. Once it is within my grasp, I can break the enchantment and be free. Well, we've not seen any flasks on our way, so maybe it's on the second level. It sounds like more trouble than it's worth. What Jin really wants is scimitar, because he's running around with a mundane scimitar right now. Where can I find this flask? He will keep the flask close to himself. The master would not risk it falling into other hands. Perhaps sacred chambers. Maybe that first chamber we come across was his chambers, but we didn't see anything that useful in there except the statue. I suppose the helm of Baldur. All these dryad concubines. Okay, maybe the dryads, or maybe the golems. Well, we've killed two of the golems, and the sewage golem did not mention anything about a flask. Maybe it's a jailbreak golem. Right. Okay. Return to me when you found it in exchange for my freedom. You give us the weapon. Okay.
Time to gotcha.
I think the most obvious thing to do then is to speak to the dryads again.
Yes, as you ask.
Since we're not too keen to speak to golems. They are, after all, the servants of Irenicus. So, I mean, we took down the first two golems quite easily, lesser clay golems. So, but still, maybe the sewage golem is a bit more dangerous, or the jailbreak.
It shall be.
I mean, in the first game, the flesh golems just destroyed my low-level party. That's the wrong way. Yeah, I remember coming across some flesh golems in the first game, early on, and they were brutal. They pretty much one-shot my character, and even Khalid could only take perhaps 2 hits. So, we're not going to pick a fight with a golem unless it's absolutely necessary. But yeah, Jin is very curious to see what weapon the Genie is talking about. This is the right way, isn't it? Yeah. because he'd really like to have his scimitar back. And scimitar is a long story, but Jin actually came across Drizzard on the Sword Coast, and there was a great big misunderstanding during which unfortunately Jin was forced to seriously wound Drizzard. Didn't know at the time, he just thought it was a drow up to no good. As most drow are really, dark elves. And he came across Drizzard right after an attack by a huge horde of gnolls. So he thought that Drizzard was perhaps the master of the gnolls, and didn't realize it was Drizzard. So he just saw this dark elf hanging around near some gnolls, and so we attacked. And
What is my task?
only later did we find out from local farmers that the individual we had attacked was actually Drizzard, the hero of the
What do you
drow,
require?
perhaps the only big drow in the entire world. So yeah, we kept his scimitar. We didn't find Drizzard, so
Yes?
we kept his scimitar, and it was
Consider it done.
a very useful weapon in war trials against Sarabok. Anyways, I digress. Let's see if these dryads have the flask. Okay, search for a flask for your gin. Have you seen such a thing? Well, that was easy. Right, okay. So I think we have the flask. This is it, isn't it? Genie's flask, okay.
What is my task?
Well, okay. So yeah, long story short, we wandered around much of the Sword Coast using Drizzard's sword, scimitar. We would have given it back to him if we came across him again, but we didn't, so yeah. So we accidentally robbed Drizzard. But we still really like to find a scimitar if possible. We're not sure if the weapons in this dungeon were forged with proper iron or steel, or if they were also forged with the weapons found with the weapons of the Sword Coast, you know, the tainted ore. I mean, to be fair, we have hopefully solved the iron crisis, so maybe the weapons won't break as much as it did in Baldur's Gate 1, but there's so many things that are also resistant or even immune to mundane weapons, so we're really keen to find a magic weapon for everybody. Right now, I think Jahira is the only one who has a +1 quarterstaff, and Imoen has a +1 knife. But Imoen is pretty bad with the weapons, so just in case he betrays us. That's such an evil laugh. Okay, let us make the exchange. 15,000 experience, that's nice. Gain an item lost in an item. He will torture you for escaping and kill you for freeing Genie's slave. Escape from this lair quickly if you value your life. Farewell. I don't need to be told twice, that's one. We'll see what he's given us if we get out of here. Really do not want to fight Irenicus right now, because yeah, we are much weaker than we were at the end of Baldur's Gate 1. I didn't realize difficulty setting changed your HP so much. But I noticed that even Minsk, we had like 90, I think 94 or something when I started the game on normal. Now it's down to 79. So
On my it shall be.
yeah, we really don't want to fight unnecessary battles. Okay, so I think we've done everything we can here. And oh yeah, now we can see what weapons we have. He gave us a weapon. That's not the scimitar. Saravok, Sword of Chaos. The blade of Saravok, brother of Jin. Used in the battle that fought in faraway Baldur's Gate. Jin prevailed, destroying Saravok's plans and rescuing the Sword Force from the brink of war. Okay, so that's what happened in the first game. The sword itself defies identification, likely forged specifically for Saravok, and to best focus the infernal energy he hoped to control. Much of his power died with him. Each hit drains one hit point from the target and transfers it to the wielder. So that's okay. It will not heal beyond the maximum. So it's basically a... is that two-handed? Yeah, two-handed sword. Wow, that's gives a good indication of the strength of Saravok. I mean, I think he used it like a one-handed sword. So it's basically a two-handed sword plus 2, which also drains a bit of life. Why did the genie say this was Jin's weapon? I guess it's something to do with being bow spawns. Maybe we confused the two of them. Oops. Yeah. Alright. Well, at least Minsk is even more badass now. Although still not as strong as he was. Thanks to all the equipment we had towards the end of Baldur's Gate 1. And all that treasure we got from Durlag's Tower, and defeating the Demon Knight and the Chinari Demon. I don't remember his name now. At something? At I don't know. All of that, all the treasures we had, something like 70,000 gold. All gone. All gone. Oh man. I'm guessing we don't want to find it in a random chest somewhere. Ring of Magery. Holy Ring for Jaheira. Longbow called Deadshot. All of it is gone. But that's mundane equipment. Okay. Okay, so I think we've done everything we can in this level. We're about to step through that portal, so this is another good place to stop. See you next time.